Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to build a pedestal for small flower pots. I'm building the pedestal from some scrap wood left over from previous projects. I attached the template I made in PowerPoint to a piece of wood with some double-sided tape. Then I take the jigsaw and cut out the drawn figure, which will become the upper part of the pedestal's foot. Then I make the cuts that should be perfectly straight using the table saw. After I make the first straight cut, I use a square and hold the first cut against the square when I make the next straight cut. This ensures that I get the exact same slope on both cuts. Once the straight cuts are complete, I sand the curved sides so that they are smooth and match the template. I continue with the lower part of the foot by cutting a 1.5 centimeter thick piece to a size of 8 by 20 centimeters. Next, I round off the edges of both parts. On the lower part of the foot, I only round off the top, while on the other I round off both sides. I leave the sides that have straight cuts as is. Time to put the two pieces together. I attach the pieces with glue and a screw from the bottom. It should be strong enough to hold two small flower pots. Now it's time to make the two round plates that the flower pots will stand on. I'm using an 83mm hole saw to make these. However, I don't want to have a hole in the middle of the plates, so I'm removing the center drill before I start. I take a small piece of board that is 1 centimeter thick and clamp it in a pillar drill. We'll see if it works without the center drill. I was a little worried that the round piece would catch on the barbs of the hole saw and be destroyed when it came loose, but it worked fine even without a center drill. I plan to attach the plates with glue and a dowel. So I drill a 6mm hole in each plate that is about 7mm deep. Then I drill the holes in the foot where the plates will be attached. Next, I glue the wooden dowel into the plates. The wooden dowels are a little too long, so I cut them to the right length with a Japanese pull saw before it's time to glue the plates. Time for the final gluing. I put on a couple of clamps that hold the plates in place, but am very careful about tightening the top clamp. Once the clamps are in place, I check that the plates are straight at a 90-degree angle with a small square. To give the pedestal a nicer color, I stain it with a shade similar to mahogany. Then I apply 2 coats of epoxy varnish. To get a better result, I sand the pedestal between the 2 coats. This is what it looked like after 2 coats of varnish. There was no cactus this time. Instead, I chose some small, beautiful flowers.